Hello everybody, it's CUAUHTEMOC Cuauhtemoc, and today we're guessing Mexico's starting 11 in the 2030 World Cup, and I have no surprises, just a couple. Peace. To start off, I'm gonna start off easy. Raul Rangel. Raul Rangel is the only keeper ready to be the goalkeeper for Mexico. Let's make that completely easily. We could say that because there's no other keeper next to him. He's already 5 times better than Acevedo, Malagón, Diego Ochoa. Anybody you say, he is better than them already. The World Cup makes you a better keeper. And that's why I had him there already to begin with. Had him there since yesterday. He will be Mexico's keeper 2030 World Cup unless something crazy happens to him. And the center backs. The center backs might be a surprise to some of you, but I think the center back pairing is going to be Reyes and Vasquez. I genuinely think Mexico has a center back problem. Genuinely do. Vasquez and Reyes and Montes. You guys don't understand that. Mexico's center backs are going to be those three for the next 3 years. And unless Ramon Juarez goes to Europe, Chiquete picks it up, Campillo picks it up, Diego Ochoa. Unless those guys really make an impact, these are Mexico center backs. And I'm happy. And my prediction for these two, Johan Vasquez, wouldn't have been Milan or Inter. God, Juventus. He needs to stay in Serie A. The Serie A is meant for Johan Vasquez easily. You don't leave the league that you're doing so good at. That is normal. You need to understand that for Johan Vasquez. And Reyes, he needs to go to Europe now. 26 years old, you have to go to Europe now. There's no other choice. And I hope America give him the opportunity. Whether in being in the Serie A, which is a high-end league, or maybe like in Portugal to start off your career, he has to end up there. I believe he's going to go to Rome, and he's going to stay in Rome for those 4 years, genuinely. We're going to have 2 Serie A center backs, hopefully in their prime. 30 years old and 31. Right back position, Rodrigo Huescas. Rodrigo Huescas shamefully got hurt, man. And Aguirre waited for him until the last moment. He wanted him to start in the World Cup. He wanted him to be the right back, but it couldn't work out. But next World Cup, it will be his. And he won't be in Copenhagen. My club prediction for Huescas in the 2030 World Cup is Borussia Dortmund. Write it down somewhere, bro. Put it on the couch sheet or something, bro. Huescas' team for the 2030 World Cup will be Rodrigo Huescas. I mean Borussia Dortmund. The left back, man. Left back. Mateo Chavez. This back four, I'm going by quick because there's no surprise. I feel like we know these things already. Mateo Chavez should have had very much maybe a question to start this World Cup. He was doing great in the games he played. And Gallardo wasn't doing much at the end of it. It was very much bothering me. We all saw how many damn crosses he was sending in. Like arrows into a castle. Genuinely. But Mateo Chavez won't be in AZ Alkmaar. He won't be. I think he genuinely... Villarreal. I think he'll be in Villarreal with Rangel. No, Rangel will be in Porto. We can put him right there. There's the back line. I think Chavez will be like in a Villarreal, Valencia type beat. But Mateo Chavez should play. And plus, again, very scarce in the left back position. Very scarce. If it's not Mateo Chavez, who? Gonzalez from Chivas? I genuinely like Gonzalez. Genuinely. And Rodrigo Huescas, again, Julian Araujo is his only competition, which is very good. I think that position is very good, but the other position, very scarce. CDM, one player only, my boy. Eric Lira. Eric Lira should easily, and I mean easily, be that CDM that we need. Because he showed in the World Cup. That's where you do it at the World Cup. And he did great against England. People were his positioning, I think I get it. It wasn't the best, but throughout the World Cup he played amazingly. And maybe the positioning is the fact because he's not playing in Europe right now. If you had a Europe right now, he'd be better at it. You guys get what I'm saying? But I'm sad that Cruz Azul is making it difficult for him. That's what's making me upset. But I hope Cruz Azul let him go. And I see him in Marseille. You know, Marseille, Atletico Madrid, that type of team. Lira. Lira's my CDM for the 2030 World Cup. And again, competition-wise, Edson was another good CDM in Mexico. Very little good CDMs. That Chivas player Inda's pretty good, but he's still young. Who else? But in these positions, and the 8 positions, and the creative positions, Mexico has a good amount of players. I would say a very good amount of players, and I'm very happy and very glad to see a generation where we're gonna have talented midfielders. And one of them, I'm going to say this. Obed Vargas. Obed Vargas will be the center mid, the 8 next to Eric Lira. He is a great player, bro. And he played on the World Cup. Chavez, Lira, Vargas, all players who are going to be under the age of 30 in the next World Cup, who is going to have World Cup experience. A lot of times, Mexico had players going into a World Cup 26, 27, who was their first ever World Cup, which is ridiculous. Luis Chavez in Russia, for example. No hate against him. But at 26, that's your first World Cup, 25? It's unacceptable. I'm happy that Obed Vargas and Montacha is going to be 24 and 25 with the World Cup under their belt. And playing, by the way. And playing. Center mid. Center mid. I'm going to say this right now. Elias Montiel. Montiel, where is he? Montiel will be the center mid Mexico plays with. And I know you're gonna say, where's the other player? Where's the certain wonder kid? Calma. I got a position for him, bro. I got a position for him. A lot of people don't like it. Not gonna hear this, but I got a position for him. Elias Montiel will go to Europe soon. And I have an inkling that Pachuca's gonna let him go soon because Pachuca's seeing the deals coming through. They're seeing that the talent's there. And they're gonna make money off of him. Whether they sell him this season, I don't know. But they're going to sell him in the winter when he's still only 21 years of age. He'll be 25. He's going to go to Europe. And I genuinely believe there is no player like him in Liga MX right now. No midfielder like Montiel right now with 100 games. More than 100 games. With so many assists to goals. So many passes. You can understand this. Playing in the first division. No. And I'm gonna say this straight about Montiel. Montiel is the only Liga MX player with the experience he has. Under the age of 21. There's no player like him. He has almost 100 games. He started playing at 17, 16 with Pachuca. He's played under so many different coaches and excelled. Understand that, bruh. The Intercontinental Cup, fuck me. The Intercontinental Cup, he played amazingly in that. Let's not forget that. That was almost a year and a half ago. He's a good player, a very good player. And I believe he's gonna be in a Benfica, Porto, but he's gonna be there. 25. Again, I think this is gonna be the World Cup where both Vargas and Montiel in their club. I think Vargas and Benfica, him and Porto, they're gonna have a good World Cup then, and they're gonna make that jump to a better team. Genuinely, left wing. People are not gonna like this. What the? And in the left wing position, we have Gilberto Mora. People are not gonna like me hearing this, but our lack of wingers worries me. But I'm happy to say that Gilberto Mora is so prevalent. And I had a lot of shots, people. He did play winger. He does play winger sometimes in Tijuana. He did play winger a lot of times in the earlier amistosos. He didn't do too bad. I liked how he would be here, but then he would give this, and then he would give the whole left side. And then Montiel would go right here, and it'd be this little rombo. I didn't mind that. And he'll give you this, obviously. I didn't mind that, brother. Look, it's just, I don't mind that, bruh. You know what I mean? And he's honestly such a good player where I think he's different. He is a different player, and Mora will play the left wing position. I feel like they will push him out there for the creativity aspect. I love Quiñones, and I think Quiñones is going to have a great time in the next 3 years, but he's going to be 32. He's going to be 32 years old. That's just my opinion. And I think Quiñones will be at this World Cup, but maybe he'll have a decline, because again, we don't know. For the older players, we don't know. For the younger players, it's like there's that extra space. You know what I'm saying? 32 years old is a big age. 32. And the striker position, there's no question. There's no question who it is. Armando González La Hormiga. La Hormiga González. El Hormiga González. No. And the striker position, who else? Armando González, who has been the top scorer twice in the Liga MX, and who I believe should have played over El Memote that second game. That last game against England. There is no way you don't give my boy Hormiga some time. He's 22 years old, 23. Top goal scorer. A Mexican to be a top goal scorer in Liga MX is crazy. You don't get that often. But I believe the next World Cup will be his. He won't be here. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I think he'll be in Bayer Leverkusen. The Bundesliga screams a lot for me. At Bayer Leverkusen or Borussia Dortmund. I genuinely believe that. And there's no one else that I think is gonna be up there besides my boy Hormiga. Stefano Carrillo is another one. I think he's in Feyenoord. He's training with the under-21s right now. And he's not in the plans, in the works, but he's another player I think who can be an Axel Gonzalez. Him and Stefano. But it's a good striker position. I like it. And then Quinones, of course, can play striker. Right winger. I was gonna say Piojo, but maybe we should put Piojo aside. And one of my favorite players. I don't know if he can play his position so much, but I mean I know he can. No. And my last player, who I think is gonna be a shout, Hugo Gamberos. And people might think, oh, Temo Gamberos, that's a crazy shout. Gamberos is gonna go to Europe after this under-20 tournament. He's gonna go to Europe. And he's a different player. I just need him to play. I think this is one of my crazy shouts. You know what? I don't care. This is my crazy shout. Gamberos is gonna start as the right winger in the 2030 World Cup. Give him time. That's what he needs. If Milito gives my boy time, I am very high on Gamberos. I seen him in the under 20 World Cup. He did so good. Every time he came on, boom, boom, boom. And Gamberos is a player that we don't have in Mexico. That we don't create anymore. That quick off the dribble winger with a quick this and that. We don't have players anymore. But now we do. And his name is Hugo Gamberos. And I think maybe this summer he can leave Chivas. If not in the winter. But he's only 19, 20 years old, man. He's a very good player. And this is my starting 11 for the 2030 World Cup. What do you guys think, everybody? Do you think Mexico can hold on and have a good young team, or we're going to go back with the experience and go back with the old players? Could we have Jimenez up there? Could we have Jimenez in the left wing, 32 years old? Could we have Piojo, 31? Maybe Orbelin sneaks in. Marcel can play. Brian Gutierrez. I think the midfield, they'll be have good players. It's the defense I'm scared of. The defense is going to rely on a lot of experience. And that, guys, is my prediction for the 2030 World Cup. Keep moving forward. Never look back. Oise, papa. Peace.